若様、追払いはお任せを。風魔サイカ、参ります。
Hello and welcome all. Welcome to BellowD Gaming. This is BD speaking and welcome to another Action Taimanin video. And in this video, this is a follow-up to my Saika video. I already have her at level 81, and yes, I have all the builds for her: red, blue, and green builds, and also a hybrid build for her level 81 skill as well that will help you sustain on higher levels and end game content. So what are the pros of Saika? Well, number one, she's easy to learn. She has high damage on early and late game, has healing skills on blue build, and a hybrid build for blue, green, and green for her level 81 skill. Or you can just go full green if you just want one healing skill. But I do suggest having two healing skills to be exact on later levels, because yeah, end game builds, yeah, you need a lot of healing for Saika to survive. Her moves are fast with her Taimanin art. She can suck in enemies and lay the smackdown on most of her moveset. She can disarm enemies with one of her skills, the takeover, and can just lay waste on them. Bam, dead. And then she's pretty much good with any builds, even hybrid builds. Not even Korena is that good with a hybrid build, but Saika is really good with hybrid builds as well. Pretty much her cons, yeah, she's weak on defense when you first get her, so you just need to build her defense first, and then when she levels up, yeah, her defense gets better on higher levels. She's slow without the Taimanin art, but that doesn't stop her being good. So yeah, if you wanna just slap in her Taimanin art, put it so she can be much faster. Okay, and she'll do more damage on her Taimanin art. Okay, her level 81 skill, as always, just like Asuka's Rendering Storm, it can be interrupted. The Moonsault can be punished and interrupted, just like Rendering Storm, like said. And some of her moves kind of leave her wide open. Even that's the reason why she has armored moves. So yeah, that's pretty much her cons. So let's go on to her builds. Okay, so we are gonna start with her blue build here. So my blue build for Saika, as you see here, pretty much yeah, my weapon first. Yeah, I'm gonna use these weapons. An arena weapon, 5 out of 5, Viridian. Magatamas are not perfect or not upgraded, as always. These are just random Magatamas that I have in my disposal. And yeah, my supporters are pretty much Felicia for healing. This free supporter as well, Nanase Ayumu from an event, has a 5% chance to deal additional 200% damage when attacking a debuff enemy. And Saika has one debuff, I think, with one of her builds as well. I think it's blue. I'm not sure, but yeah, we will know as we go along. And Arabella, increased damage dealt to bosses. Pretty much I'm just using this for her stats. Her HP is so high, yeah, it's so good. Alright. So for the skills, we got Hurricane Kick for the blue build. The reason why we have that is for the increased attack range, pull the enemy towards the character, and increase critical rate along with super armor. That's what we're looking for, the super armor. So Saika won't be toppled up or be staggered every time she is attacked or whatever. Okay, Moonsault is pretty much yeah, her build here, which I have for her level 81. It can knock down the enemy. And yes, but we will discuss later on the green, because yeah, this restores HP if you have 2 greens, but that will be for later. Yeah, I'm using this. If you don't want to use this, you can actually use the Spin Kick. Yeah, the Spin Kick actually restores HP by 3%. So Hurricane Kick, Spin Kick for HP recovery for 3% damage dealt. And then Quake Stomp. Do not leave without the skill. This skill is really good because it increases the attack range on blue, And Saika can just pull in enemies and then boom, they're dead. That's how good this skill is. And it's only 6 seconds. It can be abused. That's how powerful this skill is. So this is her bread and butter skill. So step on me, mommy. Yes. Alright. My next build for her, as you see her blue, is red. We're gonna load it. And we're gonna check her supporters. My supporters for her, as always. You can just find supporters that are similar. Just use any similar supporters for her. I'm just giving you the basic supporters that I have here. So I have Fuuma Yukina for increased skill damage by 20% because I only have her at 1 out of 5. Subdues enemies with Evil Eye, 60% chance of insta-death. If insta-death fails, 600% damage to the enemy as well. So yeah. And here with Kiwichi Aoi, reduces damage taken from melee attacks and reduces cooldown of supporter skills by 7.5%. So I can pretty much abuse this supporter here. And of course, Shinohara Mari, reduces damage taken from all enemies when debuffed or stunned. Because her defense, early Saika is really weak. So pretty much, the blue build is the Katsuragi build. This one is the Rugal build, the Genocide Cutter build. Let's see why. This is the skills. Hit kick, which you actually stun the enemy and perform an additional attack at the end of the skill, and then increases the critical damage of the skill as well. It's amazing. This has a long cooldown period, but it is very powerful and it can destroy enemies in a couple of hits and even bosses as well. Okay, so spin kick, as always, you will have another additional attack. The reason why I'm still using spin kick and not calamity over or any other skill, because yeah, this skill is really good. You can actually dash into enemies that are really far away and just lay the smackdown on them, and that's it. With blue, you restore, and with red, you have an additional DPS of another attack. All right. Next would be, as always, Quake Stomp. It reduces the cooldown for 20%. So another 20% cooldown. So pretty much this is just about 5 seconds or 4 seconds. Do the math, I don't know. But yeah, this is going to be more abusive than ever with red build. Alrighty. So next build will be my green build. Basically, this is the Chun-Li build, where she actually has Chun-Li's lightning kicks. The Yakuretsuken, I think. Well, I'm using green. So what I have here is just random supporters, which are good as well. That they have Belmer, increases damage dealt to enemies with buffs by 32%. And Aina Winchester, she's a free supporter from an event. When using machine type characters, it reduces damage taken by 30%. So Saika's machine type, and her damage is lessened as well. And I'm using Tokiko as well, pretty much her sister or clan member. Reduces critical rate of enemies attack by 20%. Increases damage against super armor by 16%. Passive, activate the Evil Eye by 5 seconds when attacked. Evil Eye deactivates when damage and ranged attack. This reduces by 80%. Active, increases critical rate of all attacks by 100% and critical damage dealt to all enemies by 60% for 10 seconds. This supporter is really good for green. Alright, so what I have here, yeah, I have Moonsault. The reason why I have Moonsault, because HP. And then I also have Gale Kick, because it makes the enemies groggy. This is pretty much a debuff to an enemy. And Shadow Kick, and like I said earlier, this is a Chun-Li move. Basically, it's Chun-Li's Yakuretsuken. If you don't have Moonsault, you can always go on and use other stuff like Calamity Over, as always, because it increases damage for 20 seconds. It's a mid to long range attack. It's not the best, but at least it is. You can actually do something before you get Moonsault. This is our mid-max green build, because yeah, you need the damage. More damage, more DPS is much better. Speed and damage is the key to Action Taimanin. Basically, more speed, more damage, dead enemy. But I'm using Moonsault as well here because I'm already level 81. Alright. And next build will be her hybrid build. This is a BGG, which I call blue-green-green build. So, what do I have here? My supporters, as always, will be Felicia. The reason why I have Felicia here as first, as always, because she's a healing supporter. Increased skill damage by 18%. Increased assist type character damage dealt by 16.3%. This is the reason why I'm using her, because Tokiko, I mean, not Tokiko, but Saika is actually an assist character, an assist type character. So that's the reason why I am using this supporter for her. So she's green. And yeah, passive, reduce damage taken from all enemies by 30% for 5 seconds when healing is active every 15 seconds. Active Kagomimochi appears and 15 seconds restores 10% of HP every 3 seconds. Okay, so that's pretty good. And as always, just random green supporters as I have. Reduced damage because of Aina. And I have Leita Balmer here as well. So what I have for skills, Moonsault for restoration of HP, Spinning Kick as well. You got to set it on main for HP, for restoration of HP as well, and then Quake Stomp as well. You can actually put in Takeover if you want for higher levels, so you can actually disarm an enemy for 4 seconds and just lay the smackdown on them. You can also do that on the previous build as well, because Takeover is actually a good skill to have as well. Instead of using what's that? Calamity Over, use Takeover if you want to be defensive, quote-unquote defensive. But if you want to be more offensive, yeah, use Calamity Over. It's not the best skill, but yeah, it's an offensive skill. And it's range as well, but not the best. Takeover, yeah. This is good for high levels as well, but I am using Quake Stomp. The reason why I'm using Quake Stomp, because one set increased skill damage by 25%, and I had a blue set here, increased attack range by whatever percent we have. Okay, so that's it for the builds. Okay, let's go on with the gameplay, shall we? Alright, we are now on the gameplay. We are on the secret quests right now, and what I'm gonna use right now is her hybrid build here: Moonsault, Spin Kick, and Quake Stomp. This is Saika's hybrid build, and let's see how she does on secret quest. Alrighty.
さあ参りましょうか、若様。 梅雨と散れ無駄だ。若様、無事戦果を上げられましたね。
Okay, as seen in that gameplay, you can actually see I am getting mobbed by those enemies. And the enemies are not actually doing anything on my HP. I am sustaining. I am not dying. I am not, even though I'm getting pummeled a lot, I am not dying. The reason why? Because I have sustained. That's the main reason why Saika is so good, because she has sustained and she is very powerful damage wise. All right, that's her hybrid build. Let's go on to her other build.
Yeah! さあ、参りましょうか、若様。一時撤退だ。まとめてもらおう。一時撤退だ。そこ若様、無事戦果を上げられましたね。
Okay, as seen there on my blue build, Saika is just laying the smackdown on the enemies. Even though she's getting hit, she has armor. She doesn't flinch. That's the reason why blue build is so good with Saika. She synchronizes with blue, just like Rinko, really good with blue as well. Even though she's an assist character and Rinko is also an assist, but their blue build actually works with them. Saika is one of those characters that is good with blue. That's the reason why I can just lay the smackdown and just again and again just do it. Oh man, those kicks, it's amazing. All right, next build will be our red build.
Yeah! さあ、参りましょうか、若様。出直しなさい。 だやるかしら。とビエイキャンせいシンキャンと今さら命乞いでもするつもりか。シンキャンとせいハッパーシンキャンとビエイキャンとせいシンキャン出直しなさい。やシンキャンとビエイキャンシンキャン若様、無事戦果を上げられましたね。
And that is the red build of Saika. And as seen here, the red build doesn't have sustain, and I am taking a lot of damage on high level areas or harder difficulty. As you see, yeah, it can kill you. It can really kill you. Harder difficulties, you need healing. Unless your character can do a ton of damage, and I mean, you have perfect Magatamas, perfect weapons, 5 out of 5, and plus 15 enhance. That's the time you can just wail in and then just destroy the enemies with one hit or whatever. But overall, like I said, if you are not a whale, this build is DPS, but it cannot sustain. It can sustain on on hard difficulties, but not on end game content like secret quests, tower, and pretty much the VR missions. Okay, next would be the green build. All right.
Yeah! さあ、参りましょうか、若様。まだやるかしら。行きますよ。出直しなさい。まだやるかしら。諦めなさい。一時撤退だ。まとめてもらう。若様、無事戦果を上げられましたね。
Okay, and that is Saika's green build on level 81 with sustain. As you can see, with sustain, I am not losing any HP. With red build, yeah, pretty much that's her weakest build right now. Her best build right now is blue, and then green. If you want sustain, you need to be at level 81 with green. And her hybrid build with blue, green, green will actually help you out much as well. And you will not die. You will not lose any HP because of the damage of Saika. So pretty much that is it. I hope this video was helpful. And as always, before we end the video, okay, as always, before we go, member shoutouts here: T3, Richmond, K98 Postman, Chaos Tropic, and Unofficial Gamer. Thank you very much for being members in my channel. You guys are awesome. Alrighty, guys, take care. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Mwah!